Oh, what's good? Well, Benoit conflict of sports. Checking back in with y'all. What's up?
Wow. This ain't the boot, this Eazyana. Conflict of sports checking in. What's good,
What it
man?
do? What it do? What it do? We missing
Uh,
a third member right now. I don't know if you're gonna jump in whenever, before we finish or what. But you know,
you say you're gonna join in.
you, I don't know, man. It's be MIA a lot, so I don't know. We have to figure out something. So, but yeah, man. So for this week, for the night, talk a little NBA, talk some football, playoffs, uh, NFL coaches getting fired. We just had the Georgia Bama rematch championship game, uh, and a few other little things, man. I sent in the group chat. We'll get to. Uh, so first thing for me, well, final week of the regular season, not so interesting. Kind of interesting because certain teams ain't had nothing to play for. Some teams had something to play for. You know, so too bad we couldn't make it in the playoffs.
It's crazy.
We finished the season. We finished the season with a win against the Falcons. We finished. But
What a winning record.
unfortunately, we couldn't get in the playoffs. So
Yeah. NFL rules or whatever.
but I say, with everything that happened this season, through the season, with the Saints, you can't be mad at this season. 58 different starters, 4 different quarterbacks in one season. So all we can hope for is a healthy Saints team next season.
Yeah, we get ahead with the Saints team next year. Be very afraid. Be very afraid that we gonna come back to this. Be afraid. A healthy team, man. Like I don't know, man. Our defense held us down. Big shout out.
Man, and
Shout out to the defense.
one player I can honestly say, bro, like when you look at the highlights, he pretty much got better every game, and that was the rookie cornerback, Paulson Adebo. He improved every game. So going forward, I think him and Lattimore, that's going to be a good duo. It's going to be a good duo going forward, man. For rookie coming in, starting right away. So yeah, he improved, man. He improved pretty much big time every game.
Yeah, man. I saw a debate going around too, man. Man, they know that dude Diggs ain't no Lattimore, man. I'm just saying, but
he's done, and that's the thing. See, the thing with Diggs is a very, he's a very optimistic player. He take risks. It's a hit or miss. It's hit or miss. Either he gonna get an interception or he gonna give up a big play for big yards. Because Diggs gave up the most yards by any cornerback, but he had the most interceptions. So it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. If the ball comes his way, the dude is a former wide receiver, so he gonna catch it if it come his way for interception. But if you get him good, on a big play, he gonna give up a lot of yards.
Interesting.
So, but as for the playoffs, and we're gonna look at some of the matchups. We're gonna look at some of the matchups for the playoffs, and I pulled it up. So, see, I'm gonna start on the AFC side. So, AFC, you got the Tennessee Titans as the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Right.
And by the time by the time they play, they get a big piece back. They get Derrick Henry back.
Right, damn near man piece.
So that's definitely gonna help them out, getting Derrick Henry back for the playoffs.
Right, and they got the number 1 spot without him.
Without him.
Yeah.
Without him. So of course, with the new rule for the NFL, they the only team that get the bye week.
Man, it's crazy because you're saying that the Titans, bro. Like, man, the Titans is really the number 1 team in the AFC.
Yeah. But hey, the Titans made a little noise last year.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Titans made a little noise last year.
Yeah.
So they get the bye week. You get Kansas City, the number 2 seed. So you get them, and the 7th seed, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Big Ben, this is more is looking like this is his last year. This is his last season. They get it. They slide in the playoffs. If they were playing against any other team, I'd say they might get through the first round. But I don't think they're getting past Kansas City this weekend. In Kansas City, but this is playoff time. Big Ben is most likely retiring, and we know how the NFL does things when a player is retiring. So who knows? Okay. But do you think they have a chance?
I don't know, man. Still is one of those, man. Honestly, against Kansas City at home, they don't. Well, that's what they playing at. Huh? They playing in Kansas City, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't think so. And my boy over there on defense, man, he got the defense looking nice over there. Man, my boy, 100 badges, man.
Yeah.
Matthew.
Matthew.
Yeah, man. Like, so I don't know. Ain't looking too good for Big Ben. Big Ben might have an early one.
Yeah, right. Then we go over to the next matchup. You get the number 3 seed, the Buffalo Bills, against the number 6 seed, the New England Patriots.
Now I'm gonna go this
in Buffalo.
See, now this is one of the ones, like same thing like the game last week going into this week. If there's anyone that's going to beat these Patriots, it's going to be these Bills. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. Like,
yeah, well, the
Bills at home,
they were 1-1. They were 1-1 with the matchups this season.
Yeah, man.
I would, any other rookie quarterback, I would say he might have trouble, but we talking about Mac Jones.
Stuff you up.
Stu played at Alabama, so he's not afraid of, he's not afraid of the spotlight. Like primetime games are not a big thing for Mac Jones. And, his coach is Bill Belichick. And we know how Bill Belichick is when it comes in the playoffs. Hey, look who's here.
Oh! Nah, man, we good. We just talking about the playoffs, man. We on the second game, man. The Bills and the Patriots.
All right.
Just talking about the matchups, man. Shit.
Yeah, we're gonna hit Baker like the NBA. We got a $5,000 fine.
Who got a $5,000 fine?
You.
That's all right. Get it back from that endorsement deal when y'all made me get that vaccination.
Oh man, but yeah, man, we just talking about the matchups right now for playoffs. I sent it. I sent the thing in the group, but yeah, we was on Buffalo in New England right now.
All right, hold on. I gotta I'm listening. I gotta get my pick. I couldn't check that shit while I was rolling on the way home, so I got my pick, but I just don't have the record for you.
We're gonna do it after.
That's cool.
But yeah, so Buffalo and New England. In Buffalo, what's your insight on that playoff matchup this weekend?
Buffalo and New England, you say?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think the New England gonna pull it off. I think they're gonna pull it off. I see New England gonna pull it off because I can bet nobody don't see them winning that game. So I'm gonna run with them because I feel like, to me, that'd be dope for Belichick to roll through and meet up with Tom. I think that game will make more money. That game will be more televised, and whoever win that, they can deem who was the person that made the team get them Super Bowls, depending on who beat who and knock who off out the playoffs. I think as far as storyline, I think that'd be a even better storyline. But that's a long hope for me right there. So I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like that's what I know is gonna happen. I just think that'd be dope if that happened.
It definitely is a storyline. It definitely is a storyline.
You know what I'm saying? I think that the people be torn between the two. That's when you're gonna see the real Patriot fans and you're gonna see the real Tom Brady fans.
Yeah. And first, just to go back and let you kind of give your insight on that one. The first matchup we talked about was Kansas City and Pittsburgh.
Oh, Kansas City gonna win that. That's hands down right there. It ain't gonna be no blowout, but Kansas City gonna win.
think Baker Senior gonna be decked out? Baker Senior gonna be decked out?
I think they got that in them. I think they got that in them. But look, as much as it's hurt my skin to say this, Dallas really got a chance on the cool. If Dallas do what they supposed to do, which I know they not.
Wait, we're gonna get to them when we get to the NFC.
All right, I'm just running their fuck. I think
they
got a shot, but they always got a fucking shot.
But yeah, we on the AFC right now, so we're gonna get to that on the NFC side. All right. So the next matchup on the AFC, we got the number 4 seed Cincinnati Bengals against the number 5 seed Oakland Raiders.
Wait, the Raiders and who?
The Raiders and the Bengals.
I got the Bengals.
I'm gonna just be honest, man. Bruh, like I don't know. I don't know, like the Raiders and the Bengals. Like I can't really just pick right down, like and say.
For you, that's like the Jets and the Giants. I mean, the Jets and the Giants, huh?
But because I like them both.
Yeah.
I was rocking with the Raiders all season, and I rock with the Bengals, and I rock with the Bengals all season. You know what I'm saying?
You right.
I like the Raiders a lot. I like them, but I like the Bengals.
Yeah.
So if you were to put, so listen, let me ask you a question. So let's say we in overtime with them, right? And I'm not gonna say who got the ball and who don't have the ball, but let's just say it's overtime right now. And does it matter who get the ball first in your opinion?
It don't matter.
It don't matter? Okay, cool. So let's just say that Cincinnati scored and now the Raiders got the ball now. The Raiders gonna score?
I think so.
All right, so if the Raiders score and then the Bengals get the ball back, they kicking that field goal, they making that field goal, because they going for a field goal. It ain't gonna be no right back down. If they both just scored.
The way you was just, but wait, hold up. The way he was just breaking it down though, you gotta say what kind of score though, because
no, it's tied. If the other team scored and the other team it's tied.
No, because you said overtime. Because being that you said overtime, and you see,
it's a score. All right, so my bad.
Yeah.
So if it's overtime and Cincinnati kicked the field goal, then that means you think the Raiders gonna score?
I think they would go down and score. Either way, whatever. I think they'll get downfield, at least in field goal range, and there's a chance that they'll score a touchdown. Now, if you would have went the other way around and asked me the other way around, if the Raiders had 3 points and then the Bengals get the ball, I think the Bengals will go down and score a touchdown.
Yeah, I just threw the field goal in there because I know they're going to.
I think the Bengals, you know what I'm saying, to go down and wouldn't even have to touch the field goal. They'll straight go. I mean, you know JoJo. You know what I'm saying?
Joey B.
You know, and
he gonna throw it to his number one man, Jamar Chase.
You know what I'm saying? So
offensive rookie of the year.
That's what I think. I think so. Honestly, in all real, I say I can't pick, but if I had to, I'm going with the Bengals straight up because so and Jamar Chase straight up, and you know I've been rocking with Jamar Chase.
This is Derek. I think this is Derek Carr first time in the playoffs.
Right back.
Yeah, for me, long shot whether they go overtime, whether they don't. I got the bag on the Bengals.
Yeah, man, that's you know, another one, like I said about Mac Jones, you know, Joe Burrow, you know, he's been in the big game before, you know, college level. So, you know, the big lights, the spotlight, big time game. There's no pressure for him. Same thing with his, you know, best receiver, Jamar Chase. You know, he's been in the big game before, you know, so it's no pressure, you know. Once again, this is rookie of the year. Offensive rookie of the year. And I would not be surprised. And I've been saying this, you know, we talk about this at my job. The Bengals are my sleeper team in the AFC. Because I would not be surprised if the Bengals made it all the way to the AFC Championship game. I would not be surprised. I think a lot of people would be surprised, but I wouldn't be surprised because when you look at them, you know, especially on offense, you have the quarterback, you have a running back, they have 3 good receivers, and they have a good tight end. And their defense make plays when they need to make plays at times. And if the defense slacking, they can outscore you. So
Yeah.
So for me, I got the Bengals. For this week.
I got you.
So, matter of fact, need to write that down. Matter of fact, I need to.
You can write mine down too.
I need to write that down for the AFC. For the AFC, because I got Kansas City. Damn, my little ink pen running out of ink. Yeah, I got Kansas City, and on the other game it's gonna come down to maybe a field goal in that game, but I'll take Buffalo.
So we doing our picks?
And yeah, I forgot to write it down. And I got the Bengals.
Wait, so this is our picks for starting off the playoffs?
Yeah.
All right. So we did the AFC already.
Yeah.
So hold on, let me run mine down. So give me those hold on. I can write mine down too. So what's the first matchup y'all went over?
Well, you said Chiefs would win, and then you said you was taking New England, and you said the Bengals.
All right. All right.
All right. Now, on the NFC side, we have the Green Bay Packers as the number 1 seed. Obviously, they get the bye week. All right. Number 2 seed on the NFC side, you got the Tampa Bay Bucks playing against the 7th seed Philadelphia Eagles.
All right. What's the next matchup?
So you have no insight.
Y'all can elaborate on that one. I don't have to.
I don't think nobody have to elaborate on that one. I mean,
well, Philly does have a good run. Philly does have a good run.
So you picking Philly? Just say you picking Philly.
No, I didn't say I'll pick.
I don't think you picking Philly.
All right, that's what I'm saying. Ain't no need to give these people props to them people to go over there and get their ass embarrassed. That's why I don't even think that's even worth their talking about that. Unless they got some serious shit that happened on the side of the ball with the Buccaneers, I don't see them pulling that off. They will score. It's not gonna be no blowout. But they're not winning that game.
Yeah. Okay. The next matchup is the number 3 seed Cowboys against the 6th-seeded San Francisco 49ers. Now, this is a classic matchup.
Now, this is
from the 90s.
Jets and Giants for me.
This matchup
definitely. And y'all should already know who I'm going for, but I gotta ask Courtney because we gotta make sure we're all on the same page.
So this matchup right here, these two teams haven't played in the playoffs against each other since the 1994 NFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
So this
what you saying?
This is one of those historic. This is a good matchup for the NFL. That's
fuck all that. Who you picking?
That's two teams. That's two teams that were big rivals in the early 90s. They stayed playing in the playoffs. So
I feel everything you're saying. But my question to you
is 2-story franchises. Let me talk. How about that?
You want to say all this boo-boo shit. People know them people been around. And they know they used to be back in that when Dion and all that. They know all that already. My question to you is,
let me finish saying what I got to say.
You just gonna talk about their history and all that rah shit. We know that. We got older people that watch it. You ain't gotta give no history class on what these people know what's going on. These people know what's going on. So I just answer my question and you can go ahead and give your bio.
What I gotta say. Let me
give your bio after. I just want to so we can know we can see the turn. I want you to turn the call before you actually put it in.
Let me finish and then you'll know who I'm picking.
I know who you're picking. I
know you don't know who I'm picking.
Why
you don't know who I'm picking? Okay?
Don't change your pick because we're waiting.
That's it. With history, we know how the Cowboys are in the playoffs in the last few years in history.
Man.
Last few weeks, 49ers have been balling. They're pretty hot right now. So, with that being said,
where you going for?
My pick for this week is the 49ers.
When you vote the 49ers and you pick the Cowboys over, I think that besides the Saints, the Cowboys is runners up on whoever you pick for the season. So why back out now? You put the poker chips.
49ers are hot.
Why you don't put the rest of the poker chips on? You
49ers are hot
right why he was winning.
The 49ers are hot right now. The Cowboys are known to fumble in the playoffs. We all know the Cowboys are known to fumble in the playoffs.
But with you knowing that the Cowboys are known to fumble during the season too and go.
I picked them during the regular season. I picked them in regular season games.
But if the data that you collecting is based off of them fumbling in the past, how do you pick them in the season? All these games when they do the same thing in the season.
I picked them during the regular season games. This is the playoffs.
Listen to my question, though.
This is the playoffs.
Understand my question.
This is the playoffs.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. It's the playoffs. You got one game. If you don't win, you get knocked off. You go home fishing. Cool. Everybody know that. My question to you is:
it was regular season games.
You're not letting me finish. Did I let you finish? You told me to let you. I said, all right. You know what? I'm tripping.
Because it's regular season games.
But don't that work both ways, though? If I ask you to let me finish, I don't get the opportunity to finish what I'm asking?
No.
Oh, so that's how we rolling now.
Because
the reason why you don't want to answer
I know
question because you're gonna have to answer an even tougher question.
Because I know what you're trying to do.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm asking a simple. I really want to know. I'm not. There's not no.
And I said it's the regular season. And
but you gotta let me tell you. Remember how you pull up all the numbers and the stats and all that there. You went extra with it. So this is my turn to ask the extra question like you did when we was having a conversation about basketball.
And I said the answer.
You don't even know what I'm gonna ask. What I was about to ask you. What I was about to finish it then.
You was just asking why I picked them during the regular season. It's regular season games.
But that's where you stopped. You put a period. You put a period in the middle of my sentence.
Yeah, I said it was regular season games.
No, but that has nothing to do with what I'm going to ask you. What you saying now, I understand. The regular season playoffs, cool. But let me finish asking my question because I think you don't want to answer the question because what I'm about to ask you got numbers behind it. And you're supposed to be the number man when it comes to percentages and all that because you brought that out last time. So if you big on numbers, let me ask my question and I want to see how you look at it from this perspective of football with the numbers being pretty much the same almost. So what I was going to ask you is if you roll with the Cowboys week by week and they have a history of falling off at the end of the week and being par 500 or a little bit under over, what's the difference now when they can do the same thing they've been doing all season and been working for you? Because the Cowboys easily can knock off in a little bit after the season and lose the rest of their games, and now they're a wild card. They've done that before. So with that history lined up, or that data lined up the same way with the playoffs, what made you pick them week by week, but now you go against them in that week in this playoff game? When it's the same thing, because the 49ers do the same exact thing the Cowboys do. We're not going to sit here and act like the 49ers are just coming to playoffs and bust ass. That's not the question with them. So you got two teams that do the same exact thing, but you roll with one team longer, but now you're picking the other team because they're on a hot streak. But if we say a hot streak, the Cowboys been on a hot streak too.
Yeah, they went on a hot streak during the season.
So out of those two things compared to each other and side by side, what makes the 49ers have the edge over the Cowboys is my question.
Okay, now,
that's my question. What makes the 49ers have answer my question first, and you can answer. Answer that one question.
You know how,
what makes the 49ers have the edge over the Cowboys? That's all I want to know. I'm gonna listen to you, but that's the only question I got.
They have.
So what's that answer?
They have momentum.
So the Cowboys momentum. So the Cowboys don't have momentum.
You play football. You play football, so you know how. You know how that is. Well, you play sports, period. So you know how that is when your team have momentum.
And momentum is a W.
You know what I'm saying? They have that momentum right now.
They both got that momentum. No, real talk, they both.
But 49ers a little hotter. You know what I'm saying? Coming into the playoffs, they're a little hotter coming into the playoffs. You know, the way they've been playing. The way they've been playing as a whole team. The Cowboys were 12-4. No,
and what's the 49ers record?
10-7.
And so again, what your argument is the momentum.
They are hot coming into the playoffs.
All right. So with that, let me go look at this then. Hold on.
They are hot coming into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just like how you remember when the Giants a few years ago, they were like a 7-9 team and they had that momentum going into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So they have momentum. They have that momentum right now.
So I'm going to do you one. I'm going to go by the 49ers first. I got one for you. Hold on. The 49ers should be NFC. Let me click on them. Let me click on this. All right. So coming into the playoffs, you said that the 49ers momentum is slightly better or more than the Cowboys, right?
They have a little more momentum. The Cowboys were already in the playoffs. Okay. So
hold on. I'm just going.
The Cowboys were already in the playoffs. So the 49ers, the last few games, the 49ers were fighting to get in the playoffs. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
We know that they were fighting to get in the playoffs. So right now they have a little bit. They have a little bit of a more. You know what I'm saying? They have a little more momentum right now coming into the playoffs.
All right, let me see something.
But that's my playoff pick. That's my playoff.
So if we going by momentum, and I'm only asking this. This is only a question. How far back you want to? What do you rate your momentum on based off of how they beat the teams, or like what is your momentum measurement?
How they've been playing how they've been playing as a team. How they've been playing as a whole. Team.
So with that being said, it's safe to say we'll go look at the last game they played and see if that's the momentum you're talking from the last game, or you want to do the last 2 games, or you want to do the last 3 games. Like, it don't matter, just rolling in.
You can look at pretty much like their last 3 games, like they've been building momentum going into the playoffs.
Okay, and that's the 49ers, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the 49ers last 3 games. The last 3 games for the 49ers, I'm going to go in the order leading up to this week. So the last week game going to be the last game I'm going to mention. So you got Thursday, the 23rd of December. They lost that game 20-17 to the Titans.
The number 1 team.
The following week, they beat the Texans 23-7. And then their last game was pretty much like a nail biter. They only won by 3 points. So they won by field goal.
They were down 17-0 in that game.
They won by 3 points.
They were down 17.
They were down 17 zip in that game. So they came back and won that game.
Okay. All right. So now let's go look at the Cowboys. Go to the Cowboys schedule. And I'm going to do the same thing for the Cowboys all the way from back to that Sunday when they played Washington. They played Washington They beat Washington 56-14. They played the Cardinals. They lost by 3 points, 25-22. And then they backdoor and beat the Eagles 51-26. So your argument is momentum. I understand that. But the way it's looking for the Cowboys, and I'm not picking the Cowboys for this battle. I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm not picking them because that's how I roll. But momentum-wise, if the Cowboys score 50 points on the 49ers, they're not digging themselves out the hole.
Yeah, but we also got to realize
they're not digging themselves out the hole.
The game against the Eagles, both those teams, they were in the playoffs already. The Eagles were already in the playoffs. They really didn't play none of their starters. The Cowboys left.
So we can just make it on for the last December game then.
The Cowboys left their starters in pretty much until like the third quarter. They left their starters in that game.
So you want to go off for their last December game?
No, I don't want to go.
Because I mean, if they only won that big based off of them leaving their starters in, you got to pick another game because now you're saying there's only 51 points because they left their starters.
I picked the 49ers to win.
It just don't make sense to me whenever you preach the I
don't
go
care
off
what
of this,
you
I
think.
go off of
I picked the 49ers.
All right, well, I'm going to talk to E. Since you don't care, let me talk to somebody that's going to give me an ear.
I picked the 49ers to win.
All right, I'm done. You're done. You say you cool, right?
Next game.
No, we're not doing that. This is a debate show. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, we take it but we didn't too much time on this game.
E, we can skip the next game. E, you can skip the next game. E, and listen to me. If we base it off of his motto on why he picked certain teams, and I'm not saying one particular team, I'm just saying teams, period. His motto is he go with what makes most sense football-wise, right? And numbers. He bring numbers up and all that extra shit, right? So now it's time. We don't call you done. You say you're done. You got a period after each of you're done. So
you gotta go to the next game.
Am I tripping? And if I'm tripping, I'm tripping. But if all of his shit calculate the way he been going all season, wouldn't he be picking the Cowboys right now? Based off of the 49ers having pretty much sort of the same track record that the Cowboys did, but the Cowboys team technically is hotter than the 49ers team right now. Would you think his numbers align based off of momentum? Momentum is not coming into the damn playoffs by winning by 3. That's coming in winning by damn near 20. You go a game back.
It's not. I don't care.
That's momentum, though. You can't. Nobody just not scoring 51 points. You can't just say, "Oh, they got this start." Everybody perfect. Everybody run full something in a 40 or 5 if you're lineman. Everybody professional team.
I also know how the Cowboys are in the playoffs.
But I don't even know why I'm talking. I'm talking to E. You done tricked me to go back up. I'm looking down.
I know how the Cowboys are in the playoffs. Am I tripping?
Am I making sense? Like what you think? Give me your analyst review of what I just said.
I mean, both of y'all have some valid points. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Both of y'all have some valid points. You know, and he has some valid points too. But like he said, the main thing, even overall, the main thing, you know what I'm saying? He said playoffs, which we all know in any sport, playoffs, it's a whole new season. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I say, both of y'all have some valid points, man. But it's no way I'm picking them dudes, man.
No, I'm not. No, I know that. I'm not picking. I kind of figure, to be honest with you, the team that makes sense to pick, I'm not picking that team, but I'm going off of his formula. So for me, I'm thinking he automatically going to pick that team.
I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying, though.
The way I look at things don't have to be the way you look at it, though.
I still feel, I feel the way you said, too, like you've been rocking with them all season. Shit, it's playoff time. Why you don't rock with them now?
That's the only question I ask. I'm not saying you're wrong for picking the team, because if you asked me, you was wrong all the other weeks when you picked the people. You could have did us all a favor.
It's the matchups. It's regular season.
You could have did us all a favor and not pick them people. But I feel like this, and to me, and I'm gonna keep it 100. To me, it would have been doper if you would have rolled with them and they would have won. And that's more of a like, I've been telling Baker about like, I fucks with that way because I feel like you will, that I ain't got no comeback for that. There's nothing I can say that's going to help me in that argument. But now that you're going the other way, now I can fuck with you because I got data on what you said on how you pick your teams, and you're going against that right now when you was telling me I was tripping for doing it.
Playoffs. It's the playoffs.
Playoffs.
We talking about the playoffs,
bro.
And one more thing, and I'm gonna close out. The
only reason you bring all that up is because you hate that team.
No, hate is a strong word. I dislike it.
It's in the hate.
You hate that team.
I dislike them people.
I'm
gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you this like this. And
they had me sitting on a plane next to one coming back, man. Sitting next to that bag.
No, but look, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna end with this. All I'm saying is, I understand why you would go that route, because I wouldn't have went that route the other weeks either. I understand it. That momentum ain't got shit to do. Fuck them people. I'm with you. Like, I'm proud of the fact that you on our side. We can finally watch the game together, and I ain't got to look on the side like this motherfucker going for the team. We ain't supposed to be. It's all good. But we're not going to sit up here and act like the 49ers don't have the same type of clock that the Cowboys got as far as playoffs in the past 10 years.
But they
or 5 years.
49ers haven't made it as much as the Cowboys. If you talking about last 10 years, 49ers haven't made it.
Then also too, we're gonna go off.
They haven't made it as much as the Cowboys the last 10 years. But history wise,
they let their quarterback go. They did that to themselves.
So too, the strength of schedule.
For me, like I said, bro, this is playoff time. The regular season, when I look at the teams that's playing each other, yes, I picked them during the regular season in games, looking at the matchups. Yes, I picked them during the regular season, but this is the playoffs. This is a whole new ballgame. This is a new season.
Wait, all right, let me ask you a question. Now let's do this. Let's hypothetically speak. Pull up that bracket from me on the side. So the Cowboys play the 49ers and wouldn't that be Brady in them?
They play the Eagles.
Hold on. So the winner out of those two teams meet each other. That's what I'm trying to think in my mind.
The winner.
The other team.
The lower, I think, is either the lowest remaining team play Green Bay, and then is like is the lowest team play Green Bay, and then the whoever is left, that's who play each other.
All right, so let's just say the Buccaneers meet up with the Cowboys.
That'll be a good matchup. Because the first game of the season, I don't know. We never got to that playoff matchup.
All right, go to the next game. Just go to the next because you said we gotta move on. Now go to.
So,
because we spent too much time talking about them teams.
That's him. All I had to do was talk. He didn't want to let me talk.
No, that was you. I gave you my answer.
You could talk. No, you can't talk about any two teams.
Next game.
But let's go.
The Rams and the Cardinals.
I got the Rams.
It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. I think they went 1-1. They went 1-1 in the season. Arizona is actually better on the road than they are at home.
Can't sleep on Arizona at all, man. Can't sleep.
No. I'm saying that. I'm not saying like they're going to. I don't never quote no blowout.
But without DeAndre Hopkins, is going to be tough for them to go and LA and beat the Rams without DeAndre Hopkins. So Rams, I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Rams will pull it off by a field goal, at least by a touchdown.
Kyle Murray, man.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals pull it off.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't be surprised.
Depending on how good.
And that's a division game too.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be more, it's their third time. It's gonna be their third time playing the season.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I give the slight edge to the Rams. That dude Cooper Kupp, bro. That dude was a problem all year, bro. That dude was a problem, bro. And you add Odell, to the mix with that. They just got their other running back, Cam Akers, back. Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey.
Also, Stafford, man, don't get a lot of credit. I like him. I like him. Like, he don't get a lot of credit, bro. And the dude got the record. Well, not he got the first and the second place, the most receiving by each receiver, like Megatron and Cup. Like, you know what I'm saying? Both of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And from Matthew Stafford.
And I'm glad you brought up that fact about Matthew Stafford, because now this is his time to shine. Because we knew in Detroit he was a dog in Detroit.
Yeah, definitely.
So, it's not his fault, you know what I'm saying? They really, they didn't have much fun to operate with in Detroit. So now you get him with the Rams and you give him a Cooper Kupp who's a beast. You add a Odell Beckham Jr. to that mix, and you give him a defense with a Aaron Donald, and they add a Von Miller to that, and you already have a Jalen Ramsey. So, so now all eyes are on Matthew Stafford, because it's like, okay, we know you didn't have much in Detroit. Now you have all the weapons you can ask for. Now is your time.
And defense too. He got a defense over there too.
Defense. So it's like, okay, Matthew Stafford, it's your time to shine now.
And a Super Bowl in LA.
Exactly.
Too. So you know what I'm saying? But I ain't lying. I don't want to speak too far ahead, but I really think LA really have a chance to go all the way and win it all, just to see. You know what I'm saying?
They do have a chance.
I mean, all the teams have a chance right now, but I really think like LA, man, really, they could really take it out of me. The AFC gonna be kind of as always, but I like KC or Cincy out the AFC. That's one of them gonna make the Super Bowl, and I would love to see Cincy. You know what I'm saying? Cincy and LA will be a crazy type game, like some, and on some like new type, just different, but that's our picks, huh? We got our picks for week one.
That's playoffs. That's the playoff picks for this week, for Wild Card Weekend, man.
Wild Card Weekend picks.
And another thing, just take a little quick look. I sent this in there. So we know the draft order. We know the draft order in this year's draft for the teams that didn't make the playoffs. Jacksonville Jaguars, second year in a row, they get the number 1 pick.
Right. I know one thing: the Saints better not go get a damn offensive lineman. I know that.
Man, you know what's about to happen.
This draft, I think I definitely think they're going. I think they're definitely going. It's going to be offense, but I think they're going to do a wide receiver in the draft this year.
Man,
I think they realize they need to get one of these wide receivers that's coming out of the draft this season.
I hope so. I really, really hope. I pray and hope. That's what they go. I'm gonna be real highly upset. Them dudes go get a damn tackle or some shit.
Yeah.
Like some crazy.
And you know, but and I know why they be doing that, because it's like they feel like they could find. They always feel like they can find receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like in late rounds, undrafted receivers. You know what I'm saying? That's how they always feel like they can just find receivers. But no, the receivers that's coming out the draft for this year, they have to get one of these receivers in the first round. If they have to move up, you know, a few spots to get one, they need to. Or, you know, at the 18th spot, you know, if they still got one there at the 18th spot, they gotta grab one of these receivers.
Yeah,
they have to.
So Saints front office, if you out there listening to this podcast here,
get a receiver.
Get a receiver.
You get a receiver, and I also want y'all to know that if y'all ever see all three of us together and you feel like giving away some tickets, you only got to give away 2.
Just make sure mine in there.
Am I gonna be in that too?
Hey, bro, I'm gonna pull up to y'all. Sure.
Man, come on, pull on up. I'm gonna leave the light on for you like Motel 6.
Pull up to y'all. Sure.
But man, we got the 18. We got the 18 pick, man. That's man.
They got 2 people named by it though. That means that that's 17, 18. Oh no! I'm tripping. I see it. I'm tripping. I'm looking at that shit sideways.
Yeah, that's how they had it going the other way. But you know, so yeah.
The Eagles got 2 first round picks.
Yep, and they got that because of the trade with the Colts. So
and them people just be giving that shit away.
And they back to back, 15 and 16.
So yeah. Well, yeah. See, the 15 pick, they got that from Miami, and the 16, they got that one from the Colts. So yeah. And they're in the playoffs, so they're going to have a 3rd pick in the first round.
Damn.
Unless they trade it away, but yeah,
don't trade.
Yeah, so yep. So, and just another little quick one while we're still on football. I watched the game Monday night, Georgia, Alabama. Good game. It's a good game. You know,
I was on a plane watching that game, man. Real good game.
It was about time for Georgia. I'm happy for Georgia. They finally got over the hump, the Alabama hump. They could not get past Alabama for nothing the last few years in the championship game. And they finally got over that hump.
Man, it was a good game, bro. It was a good game. It was a good game.
It's good for, that's good for, state of Georgia,
So them schedules come out. A schedule came out.
Look, you know what I'm saying? Braves won the World Series.
Roll Tide got to come down to Death Valley next year.
So,
come down.
I saw the schedule. Yeah. So,
Big, you Roll Tide? You Roll Tide, Big?
Oh, I ain't got no college football team. Yeah, that's one you can't get. We can't fuss on that.
No, college football, man, it's college football is different, bro, because it's more exciting. Like college football is actually more exciting than NFL.
It is because the players, they play more, more pride versus a job and
And like for like college football, like I've always like for me, college football, man, it's like I've always been like SEC schools, like maybe a few, like a few schools in the pack, like a few schools, big like the Big 12, like like a lot of the schools that's like they always in the they always in the spotlight, So, but I said, man, big ups to Georgia BullDawgs finally getting over that hump of beating Alabama. So, talk a little basketball. The return, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson came, Klay came with it his first game, man. Klay
watch that game, ball. I'll watch that game.
Klay come in his first game back dunking on two people, like
ball. Like, I was happy, man. I'm so happy to see that because that bring another mix. Like the Warriors, not the Warriors, what I did, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was excited to see him come back because I enjoy watching like things that you're not going to see all the time. Like you're not going to see another Klay and Steph together on a team in the NBA right now that looks like that.
Yeah, that game sold out. That was a sellout.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And that was his first game back. That's his first game over there.
Yeah, at home. They played it at home.
Yep, that's his first game. He never played in that arena.
Yeah, 17 points in 20 minutes.
And he come down with a poster. And he come down.
Boy.
On two people, like Klay said, and that's what people forget. Like, I think people forget, like, Klay will drive it to the goal and yam it on somebody. Like,
man, Clayfield played about not being mentioned in that
and that
75, man.
But like he said in the interview, he said, man, banners last forever.
Yeah.
So, you're not on the list, oh well, but your name on that banner, and that lasts forever. So they can't take that from him. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you a lot of players would rather have them rings and them banners than be on a list.
Right.
So, being on the list is cool, but they'll rather have that championship.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, man, and Kyrie did good in his first game back.
Yeah, Kyrie. Now people be forgetting Kyrie was nice, man.
They know what Kyrie, man.
Some people be tripping. Like, come on, this dude trying to sauce you up at half court.
Like they know about Kyrie, man. they know about Kyrie. Now I was just reading earlier. They said he could play. He could play at he can play at some home games if the Nets pay a little small fine. So it's like, what's going on now? What's going on now? Y'all didn't want the man to play at all.
Nah, man, you see that, and that's what I don't like. Like all that is saying is we don't want to do this. We just doing this because everybody else doing it. Because if they can do that, and the fine would normally be a big amount for a team, and now they're gonna fraction it so that man can play. When the whole time he missed all the mother games was because y'all say he couldn't play. Why that deal wasn't offered at the beginning?
Yeah, but that's because they've been losing. They've been losing so much players to to positive tests and all that. So it's like, I guess they felt they had to break, like they had to give in at some point and be like, you know what? Like,
I feel like if it can be thought about later, it could have been thought about sooner.
So, but hey, the man is back on the court. So
yeah, I'm happy back on the court.
Kyrie, man.
He's back on the court. You know, another little quick stat, you know, something that I seen the other day, you know, the top 2 scoring leaders right now, you know, that's just, you know, just something I saw that, you know, 2009-2010 season, the number 1 scorer, number 2 score, number 1 was Kevin Durant. LeBron was number 2. Fast forward to this season, number 1 leading scorer, Kevin Durant. Number 2, LeBron James.
That's dope that they held them 2 positions down that long.
So, you know, that's just something, you know, you looking at it now and it's like, you know, both players are more efficient, you know, in their games compared to back then.
There you go with that shit again.
So, you know, to say, you know, don't get me wrong, you know, it's nice to see Bron, you know, up there, you know, leading the league and scoring, you know, but it would have been better, you know, if the team was in better position while he's scoring, how he's scoring. So
yeah, I feel what you're saying.
So, and you know, with that, you know, as you see in the messages, I put the standings so far on what the standings look like so far in the conferences. So right now in the East, you look at the East, and they playing tonight. I think that game is on. Right now. Number 1 in the East right now is the Chicago Bulls, and number 2 is Brooklyn, and that game is on right now. Chicago has been like, I'm not surprised by Chicago, but I think a lot of people are surprised with how Chicago is playing. You know, number 1 in the East right now. DeMar DeRozan basically playing with a chip on his shoulder every game. Zach LaVine doing what he's been doing, you know, and they have the complement, you know, they have the pieces to go around with them. So they have a good overall team. You got Miami in 3rd right now in the East. Then Milwaukee, Sixers fit. And this one is definitely a surprise right now. Cleveland Cavaliers are 6 right now.
I was staring at that one like, boy, look at them people, man. But that's good though. That's good. They need it.
They have a good young, you know what I'm saying, a good young nucleus right now in Cleveland, you know, playing good, you know, and this is probably like this is their best start, you know, for a Cleveland team without LeBron James in Cleveland. This is like one of their best starts without him in Cleveland, you know. So they're doing a good job in Cleveland right now. Okay. So 7th seed, you got the Hornets. They started off the season pretty good. You know, they were at the top early on in the season and kind of falling back. 8th seed right now, you got Toronto. Then you look at Washington, the 9th seed. And as of lately, Kyle Kuzma is starting to, he balling. He really starting to hoop. You know, he's really showing pretty much what he was showing in LA.
Listen.
Or before Bron and AD came to LA. So he's basically back to who he was his first 2 years with the Lakers.
All them dudes who they let go is balling.
Yeah.
If we being honest.
Yeah. And it always happens like that. It always happens.
I can name 4 players that that's not on the Lakers this year that was on the Lakers when it was all together. That's all doing. Team is doing better than the Lakers at this point of the season.
Yeah. And to the two other former Laker players on Washington, they were fighting at halftime. And I was reading that Montrez and KCP. They said the teammates had to bring them boys up at halftime yesterday.
I saw that. I really like. I'm glad Ingram is stepping up for the Pels, man.
Yeah, and we'll get to them a little bit. And so to finish off the East, and I think this is a disappointment right now. You got Boston at the 10th seed. I think that's a disappointment.
Well, that New York hype that they had at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, they kind of fell off. The Knicks fell off.
Mine that's interesting to me is Atlanta, man.
They dropped off. Atlanta dropped off.
Like they dropped way.
Yeah, boy, people drop.
They dropped way, like not even in contention right now. Not even in the playing game.
Yeah. We'll see how things shake out towards the end of the season. But they definitely dropped off. Then after Atlanta is Indiana, Detroit, and Orlando.
What happened to Indiana?
Don't know. It's good to see. It's good to see. Lance Stevenson. Back in Indiana.
Man. I didn't even know he was still playing in the league.
Yeah.
Well, he was in the G.
No, he was overseas. Yeah, he was playing. He was doing his shit too.
He had went overseas for a little while, and then he came back in the G League. Hopefully I hope they give him a contract for the rest of the season because,
man, shit, that's the
every time he come back, every time he get back to Indiana, he plays his best when he's in Indiana. Like
he went to dancing.
Yeah, Lance make him dance. Born ready. Like Indiana is the best place for him, man. He turns up more when he's in Indiana. I guess because that's where it all started for him in Indiana. So, okay. Now we look at the teams in the West. Okay, but for the West, I'm gonna start at the bottom. I'm gonna start at the bottom of the West. Just go through. Okay, the bottom of the West, Houston Rockets.
So wait. Oh, all right. Now you'll go from bottom. Cool.
He went from the bottom.
Right. I was about to say So what the playing game? What's the playing game? What else start? What number? Like you got to be in for that?
8. That's 9, huh?
7 through 10.
So everybody 1 through 6 automatic make the playoff.
1 through 6, you in the playoff.
All right. So start.
Okay. So look at the bottom of the West. Houston Rockets.
No, that's not like that.
Start from 10.
No, it's not like that.
Yeah, that playing game. Yeah, it's
don't the 6 seeds still gotta play one game before they locked in? Didn't they do that like that in the bubble?
No, that
because hear me out. I could be tripping, but I remember I was saying. Remember we had a debate on another episode, and I was like, my whole argument was, man, y'all that's tripping. If I made the playoffs, I shouldn't have to play for my spot. I remember saying that.
Yeah, but they didn't start that till last season.
Yeah,
no, I'm saying so.
Yeah, because the regular, that's right, because the regular playoffs used to be 8 teams. So
that's what I'm saying.
So they added. So now that they added 9 and 10, that would make comes back to what you were saying.
It's still
right.
It's still the playoffs. It's still 8 teams, but
the
NBA
right. But
they
I'm
just
saying
added that.
Right. So what I'm saying. So what Baker was saying for us, because about the teams that's already in the playoffs. So like right now, the 7 and 8 team, the Lakers and the Clippers. I say the playing games don't make sense because now the Lakers and the Clippers got to play Minnesota and Portland to make it the playoffs when they already make the playoffs because they're the 7 and 8 seed. You see what I'm saying? So all they did was gave the 9 and 10 seed another chance to make the playoffs.
Right. Yeah.
Which that was uncalled for. But yeah, so we can start from 10.
But I'm just going through the bottom. You got OKC, then the Pelicans. Brandon Ingram, I think it's time. I think he needs to be somewhere else. Like he needs to be on a good team.
Man,
that's wasted. That's wasted talent right there. That's wasted talent in New Orleans right now.
Yeah, man. So
especially with Zion not getting it together. Well, I don't know what's going on with Zion. Like,
man, Brandon Ingram wasted. Get rid of Zion, straight up, man. Get rid of Zion. Man, he ain't gonna ever. He ain't gonna ever live up to that Zion they was expecting from when he come out of college to ever play for the Pelicans like that. Get rid of him. Let him go.
No, man.
Let him go. Man, I ain't lying. Looking back, but I wish we could have got Ja.
Man.
Then Sacramento, San Antonio, boom. Number 10, Portland. Dame Lillard. I just read that. Dame Lillard gotta have surgery. He already been out for a while, so he pretty much gonna be out some more time for the season.
Portland ain't making the playoff this year.
The other guard they got, he been stepping up lately. The last few games, Anthony Simmons. He been stepping up for Portland. But without Dame, and I don't think McCollum playing neither. I don't think he been playing. So it's gonna be tough for Portland.
It's gonna be tough for all of them. Like it's gonna, like you say, even with that, Portland is in the playing game right now. At this point, but we ain't even to All-Star break right now. We ain't All-Star break, man. So and you got all these teams that's right behind each other that's in the West that possibly could be in these play-in games. I mean, if you look at the Spurs is right behind Portland. You know what I'm saying? You got the Kings, they right behind the Spurs.
And the Pelicans.
They all right behind each other. So like that's gonna be interesting as the season
and
at 9 and 10 spot.
That's one reason, and we said this on the episode last, and I think that's one of the main reasons right there. I think the NBA decided to do a play-in for it's like, okay, look, the first 6 teams, okay, y'all in. Now these 7 and 8, y'all at the bottom. Okay, so if it's a close race between 7 and 10, between the 7 all the way to the 10th seed, why not give, I guess they figured it's like, you know what? If there's a close race like this, why not give these, other teams a chance to make the playoffs and do a play-in. So this is basically the NBA's version of, making the higher seeds actually really mean something this time, just how the NFL made the number 1 seed really means something. It's like, okay, look, this is the only team that's going to get a bye week. So the NBA is like, look, if you in the top 6 seeds, you win. You in. But if they actually wanted to do, if they wanted to do it that way, they should have. It should have been like maybe I say the top 4 teams. Be like, okay, if you in 1 through 4, you locked in. Now everybody else, now y'all gotta battle it out. But I think it worked out. The way it is. The 7 seed through the 10 seed. Okay, y'all gotta battle it out. Okay, so Minnesota got a nice little young squad. Cat, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards. You got Pat Bev over there. The instigators, the antagonizer, the pest. They have a nice little squad over there. And you look at the Clippers. I just read something about Paul George possibly missing the rest of the season. I don't know what happened. I don't know. He must have got hurt. He must have got injured. So that's gonna be a big loss. That's a big loss for the Clippers. They already without Kawhi Leonard.
Damn.
But it's possible he may come. It's possible he could probably come back before the end of the season, maybe. But definitely losing Paul George for however long they're gonna lose him, that's definitely gonna hurt the Clippers right there. Then we look at the Lakers, 7 seed. They still haven't figured out. They still haven't figured out their problems yet. Still waiting to see. When Anthony Davis come back. How he's going to be when he comes back from injury. Still a lot. It's still a lot the Lakers got to figure out. Then
I think they, as any team when injury is going to be or not having a full team, I think that's damn good where they at based off of not having everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because if the engine's still running and it, you can always build around it. But if they didn't have their core, they definitely don't need to be on 7.
They're still missing one player who hadn't even played all season yet. And he's a player that can give you points off the bench, and he hadn't played a game yet this season. So and that's Kendrick Nunn. So that's still gonna be something to see when he comes back. Whenever he does, when he's able to play, like what can he give? I know Malik Monk has been, he's had a few good games lately since they inserted him in the starting lineup. So it's just to see, we see what LeBron been doing lately, averaging 30 points a game. Number two in scoring right now. So, but a lot of these 30-point games don't mean nothing if the team not winning. So,
right. Go ahead.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, that 7 through 10 spot is gonna be a toss up.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see a couple changes.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I win, let's just look at it like this: if I win the next 3 games and the 2 teams above me lose the next 3 games, I can go from a 7 to a 5.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? That's one. That's 2 road trips right there. That's one for the other team 3 games and the other team 3 games. And we went on a road, they lose on home, and we go back home. That's 2 spots.
Yeah. Yep. So, and then right above the Lakers, you got Denver, the 6th seed. They're still missing a key player. I don't know the timetable for when Jamal Murray is able to come back. But that's definitely a big key. That's a big key player that they're missing.
Yeah, and for them too, to say they had the position that they're in without him, like You just never know. That's some good teams.
Yeah. But and then they're also missing Michael Porter Jr. also. He had that back injury. So he out for the rest of the season.
I'm not gonna lie about that Denver team too. I enjoy watching them play basketball when they whole team together and they working on all cylinders. That's a team that I'll go watch a game like that.
Yeah, that boy Jamal Murray is a beast, man. We can go back to the bubble. We can go back to that season in the bubble. When him and Donovan Mitchell was going score for score at each other in the bubble.
Oh,
And,
crazy. It's crazy that them dudes in the 6th spot will one win more than than losses. Like you lose 20 and 19.
Yeah.
20 and 19.
Yeah.
And in the 6th spot.
Yeah.
Them boys 2 L's away from being under 500.
Man, boys 2 L's away to being in the playing game. Crazy. Crazy.
Then you got Luka. You got Luka in the Mavs at number 5. And then number 4, pretty much the hottest team in the league right now because they're on a 10-game winning streak. The Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah. That's another one, boy. Ja.
Young team with a lot of grit, a lot of grind. And with each game, with each victory against, some of these, big name squads, the confidence is just building even more and more. They didn't beat the Lakers 3 times already.
Number 10 was special.
They didn't beat the Warriors. They beat Phoenix. They beat the Warriors last year in the play-in. So the confidence is, they're a young team. They're a real young team. But they have the confidence. They're learning how to close games at the end of games. The game last night against the Warriors. Ja Morant closed out the game. 3 straight buckets all the way to the goal. Closed out the game.
But a 10 straight win.
10 straight win.
That was
10 straight win, man. And
to be the hottest, you gotta beat the hottest. So
and to go back on what you said earlier. As an organization, I know the New Orleans Pelicans, they looking at that right now like, damn, what if we would have took Ja instead of Zion?
Yep.
And it's not to say it's not to put a knock on Zion like that, but when you look at how his career is going at the moment, he's only playing.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying, look, everybody knew. Well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but it was always in the back, like Ja, and he used to play with him, and like he always was getting his credit for that. But I think New Orleans, like, they picked based off of popularity and not on who was the actual basketball player. They were looking for a quick ticket sale. Because we can easily say the way that they have my boy playing with New York, that was with the Lakers. He with the Knicks right now. I can't think his name.
Julius Randle.
If that pick wouldn't have went through and New Orleans would have picked the right basketball player, New York was going to take Zion. And I think he would have been in a better position in New York than he would be in New Orleans because
that's why he wants to be in New York.
Why?
No, because I say for New Orleans on the basketball side is a new franchise, but they thrive off of what the across the street is doing. So they got to get these ticket sales to match up so they can promote each one at each one.
Man.
And clearly, I don't even think that pick. It was funny because I was happy for. I fucked with the New Orleans Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? But when they call that man, and I'm watching that game, that man in his head said, "Fuck."
Man, dude,
Like you can run, you can run the tape back on it. When they call his name, there was not no true excitement there for the team. Then he caught his head and he had it for the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That dude a bust. He's an NBA bust.
Nah, I wouldn't say he not no bust.
He ain't live up. Man, that dude ain't live up to Zion.
Right.
He ain't no bust.
Like,
I'm gonna say this.
Hey, Greg.
Listen to me. This is what I'm gonna say.
Greg Oden, bust.
He is gonna. The only way I'm gonna rate him on that is
when he got a few dunks, a few fire dunks.
Listen, when he get healthy, when he give me one full healthy. No, I'm saying listen.
Listen.
Until I get a full full finishing in type season, then I can rate that. I can't go off for a couple of games because again, if I go off for I don't think you're gonna ever see that. I don't. The way that goes is gonna be the popularity. Like you can't measure it off that small amount because you can take his small amount with all his highlights and then it's gonna shoot out the roof.
That's all he is right now. All he is
ticket sales. I was gonna say the same thing what he said. Like at the moment, his career is lining up just like Greg Oden.
Facts. Like he ain't. I ain't like even like right now. I ain't. We got Zion Williams, and even if he was playing, I'll be like, man, I don't really want to go see no Pelicans play. Not because of Zion. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I think we honestly should just get rid of him and just go our separate way and do what we gonna do. Like we gonna rebuild.
But what would you ask for him?
What would I ask for him? I mean, shit. Depending on who you.
It's not. I'm not gonna right now. It's not. It can't trade him.
No, I'm saying though. Honestly, but as far as what would you want back? I'm asking is like, what would you want back in return for him?
I wouldn't go specifics for players, but I mean,
no, just what you would pull like.
Shit, a couple. I mean, for sure, first rounder. You know what I'm saying? For sure, first round pick. Maybe a few other picks down the line. You know what I'm saying? Of course, a few players. So, I mean,
that's a lot. That's asking for a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, shit.
I think a fair trade in your situation would be a first rounder and 2 players.
So why not 2 picks and 1 player?
Cause them picks, I still need them picks on my end. If I'm sitting, I say, well, I'm gonna give you your first round and I'm gonna give you 2 players. Some players that's gonna help your team, but you got that first round. So that's a 75-25.
Yeah, but
so
shit.
I mean them other picks, I might need them picks. I just gave you 3 positions.
Yeah. I get what you're saying though, but if you have a healthy Zion, then he has more trade value if you have a healthy Zion. But right now he don't have no trade value because he can't stay healthy.
Well, 400 pounds. Down there in New Orleans, eating all that gumbo, all that crawfish.
So, but
King cake, boudin, eating it all.
So finish off the top 3 in the West. You know, we got Utah. At number 3. Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, former defensive player of the year. Number 2, Golden State Warriors right now. Mm-hmm. And number 1, the Phoenix Suns. Which
I think Phoenix gonna lose that to Golden State.
I said that earlier before, a few show back. Either way, I think those are the two teams that are going to be 1 and 2, no matter what, at the end of the season. I think they're going to be number 1 and 2. Either it's going to be Phoenix number 1, Golden State number 2, or Golden State number 1 and Phoenix number 2. But I think those two will be the top 2 teams at the end of the season in the West, no matter which order you put them. And I think they match up pretty. I think they match up well. I think they match up pretty good against each other.
You know what I can see? I can see Utah splitting them.
Thanks.
I can see that. I ain't gonna say who number 1 and who number 3 would be, because I don't know. But that team has split that.
Now I could see Memphis sliding up to number 3 over Utah, and I think they will. I think Memphis will slide over Utah and get that number 3 seed.
All right, and I'll say this again. That number 3 seed gonna split that number 1 and number 2 seed.
It's possible.
That's still the same scenario, because at the end of the day, they similar. One is a little bit more vet than them, but to me, they similar as far as like their generation.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, that 3 is split.
Yeah.
Because those games right there at the end of the season, it all depends on who just content with being 1, 2, or 3. Or who, because you know that some teams going to pull back whenever they see how the playoffs lock in, so they can get a certain team.
Yeah, and
they all do that.
My timer, and they had one more thing that, and I was forgetting about it. I just wanted to chime in. I wanted us to chime in on that one right quick. It was more of them, but it's only one head coaching job that really messed my head up. Like that one really caught me off guard, and I wanted to ask y'all about that one. How y'all felt about the Dolphins firing Brian Flores?
Man,
I did not understand that one. I did not understand the Dolphins firing that coach. Three seasons, his record is 24-25. 3 seasons with the Dolphins. They were close to making the playoffs this season. He just previously won 10 games the other season. So what's the purpose of firing this? I don't get it. Like I don't understand it.
They fired that man so they can put somebody else there, so they can build off of what he built.
Like I don't understand that. Like I said, man, the man he's 24-25 in 3 seasons in Miami. Like he's 1 game from being 500 in 3 seasons. But it's all kind of ways we could throw that, but not gonna do that. Because we know how the coaching carousel is in the NFL with certain head coaches. So, but that one definitely surprised me though, because I'm like y'all could have made the playoffs, and like y'all fired this man like after 3 seasons, and like just to say one coach that previous years ago like kept holding on to a job after losing season after losing season after losing season after losing the season. It's like, yo, like how many chances this dude gonna get? You know what I'm saying? And like just to name a coach, for example, this guy named Jason Garrett. Like, how was this dude the head coach in Dallas like year after year after year after year with losing records, but you got this coach, I say that's a pretty decent record in 3 seasons. They made the playoffs 1 year. and almost made the playoffs another year, and he's fired. So I don't know. E, you had any thoughts on that before we get out of here?
What was that?
You had any thoughts on that one? Before we finish up?
That's I mean, that's like you say. I mean, I don't want to go straight to it, but I mean, you already know how I feel. Like you out of there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like you say, I mean, that's the Dolphins, man. I mean, I went for the Dolphins a few times this season just to say the Dolphins is nice. They're a nice team. So
yeah, me too. You know how I was behind Miami.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a young coach, bro. Like,
yeah,
a young coach, man. Dude is 40 years old, bro. Young coach. You know? But he's not gonna be without a job long. There's teams already looking to go after him. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was watching like the ESPN and NFL Network, and that was a big topic, like on a lot of NFL shows. Like, everybody was shocked. Like, NFL players, just everybody around the NFL was like, what? Like, y'all firing this guy? Like,
crazy.
So.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna make y'all laugh right quick. I'm checking on Facebook, so that man don't give a damn. Y'all can see that.
Oh, AB. That's Antonio at AB. It's kind of blurred.
Yeah, man, that ball on a sponsored post for Nova Men.
Yeah, boy, that ball been had it. Yeah, boy, that ball been had it.
No, but it bust my head because they like he ain't got no job no more. That boy still making money, man.
Yeah,
he came out. He put out a new song. He put out a new video.
Look, and then Kanye say he won't get in the studio with they told him, bro.
Huh?
Kanye say he won't get in. Yo, AB, man.
Hey, shit. There it is right now. That's another 2 years right there, some money.
Right.
Yeah.
I can see him. He gonna start doing them shows too. Watch. He gonna start doing shows. Watch.
That boy been doing number of interviews. He been doing number of interviews lately.
Yeah,
I'm talking about a show at a club or something. Not a club, but like him, Rod Wave, and Lil Baby or something like a little. I can see him getting on like that kind of show.
Not good. But not good. But oh man, yeah, man. Time for us to close it out though. Let you get down with, man. You've been gone, so let you get this one.
Well, look, E, hit it, E, because you been in the plains, E. It's you. Man, they've been all across the country.
Shout out to Butthurt, man. Steady we got new gear dropping. It's still cool with y'all gear. For the women in sports. Talk about it, man. Dignified Administration. Make sure you follow them on Instagram. Make sure you follow them. Don't be scared to talk about it. Talk about it, man. Also, man, shout out Happy Hippie, man. If you need a caterer, any type of events, you know what I'm saying? Baby showers, parties, divorce parties, whatever you need a caterer for, man. Whatever you need a caterer for, man. Food always make you feel better, So make sure you follow them on Instagram, man. Happy Hippie, And that's all I got this week. Oh no, man. This week, man, January 14th, the first couple episode is dropping on the FOH After Dark. Man. So y'all check that out. January.
Oh, it's spicy. That's spicy shit. That's that spicy shit.
Yeah, man. Well, that's all I got, though.
Big
one for me. So listen, I want to give a shout out to Trinity Treats. She can make anything y'all want, anything y'all need. Follow her on Instagram at Trinity Treats with a Z. Shout out to my dog. Listen here, bro. I can't even tell you. You know what? It's X-rated. I can't even tell you what's going on, but I'm gonna tell you this. If you need it from point A to point B, Macho Trucking. Holla at Macho Trucking. Too Much Cycling coming soon. And that's all I got. I forgot one. That Dollar's Lemonade about to hit the shelf soon too. I don't know what they got going on with that. But when I get some more information on it, I'll let y'all know.
That's right, because I named my re-up.
Cool. And I need to try some because I still ain't tried none. So I gotta get. I ain't tried none yet. So I'm late. I'm super late.
Yeah, I have to sleep.
So, and for me, as always, y'all follow us on Instagram, follow our Facebook page, subscribe to us on YouTube, stream us on Spotify. I don't know if we're still on Apple. I hadn't been seeing the Apple stuff lately, so I don't know if we're still on Apple. But if we are still on Apple, stream us on Apple also. And that's about it for me, man. And we'll get back at y'all next week, man. Another episode out, man. Benoit checking out.
Baker checking out.
This ain't the boat, this is Eazyana.